In the world of politics and business, there are sometimes big fights between powerful people. One of these big fights is between Donald Trump, the President of the United States, and Elon Musk, one of the richest men in the world. They both have strong opinions, and they do not agree on something important. This disagreement is about a new law that Donald Trump wants to create. It is a very big law that will change the way the government spends money. Donald Trump is the president for the second time. He has many ideas to help the country, and one of these ideas is his new law. He calls it his big beautiful bill. This bill is about spending a lot of money to improve the country. It is a plan to build new things like roads, schools, and other important places. The law also aims to create new jobs for many people. Trump believes that spending this money will help America move forward and make life better for everyone. But there is a problem with this plan. Some people, including Elon Musk, do not agree with it. Musk is the owner of Tesla, a company that makes electric cars, and SpaceX, a company that makes rockets. He is also very famous for thinking about new ideas, like clean energy and technology that will help the world. Musk believes that this new law is a bad idea for the future of the country. He thinks it will create a lot of problems, especially with money. The main problem Musk sees with Trump's law is debt. Debt is when the government spends more money than it makes, and then it has to borrow money from others. This can lead to big problems in the future. Musk is worried that the new law will make the debt of the country grow a lot. If the government keeps borrowing money, it will be very hard to pay it back in the future. Musk believes this will hurt the country's economy and cause many problems for the people living in America. But Trump does not see it this way. He believes the money spent on building new things and creating jobs will help the economy grow. He thinks it is important to invest in the country's future, even if it means borrowing money for a short time. Trump wants this new law to pass and become real. He believes it will make the country stronger and better for everyone. However, Elon Musk strongly disagrees. Musk has a lot of power because of his companies and his influence. He's a very rich man, and he's also very good at talking to the public. Instead of keeping his thoughts to himself, Musk went online and shared his opinions with the world. He used social media, especially X, formerly Twitter, to tell people what he thought about Trump's new law. Musk posted many messages, and he used strong words to express his feelings. He called Trump's plan utterly insane, which means he thought it was crazy and would cause many problems. He also said it would be destructive, meaning it could destroy important things in the country. Musk was not afraid to say how he felt, and he wanted everyone to know that he thought Trump's bill was a very bad idea. As soon as Musk made his posts, many people started to talk about what he said. News websites and TV stations across the world began to report on Musk's messages. People everywhere started discussing the new law. Musk's opinion became very important, and many people began to listen to what he had to say. This was a big moment, because before this, Musk had kept quiet about the law. But now, he was speaking very loudly against it. This is where the big fight started. Trump wanted the law to pass, and Musk wanted to stop it. They were both very powerful people, and each one wanted things to go his way. Trump believed his plan would help the country, but Musk thought it would only hurt it. They both had strong reasons for their opinions, and now the whole country was paying attention. In the past, Trump and Musk worked together. Musk had even helped Trump during his political campaign by giving him money to support his ideas. Musk had also worked with Trump's government to find ways to save money. They seemed to agree on many things, like cutting wasteful spending and making the government more efficient. But now, things were very different. Now, Musk was speaking out against the president's plan, and it was clear that the two of them were no longer allies. This disagreement between Trump and Musk is not just about one law. It is about the future of the country and how the government should spend money. It is also about what kinds of things are most important for the country's future. Trump believes that spending money now to improve things like roads and schools will help the country in the long run. Musk, on the other hand, believes that spending money this way will create problems in the future, and that the country needs to focus on new technologies and clean energy. This is just the beginning of a very important fight. It is a fight about how the country should spend its money, what kind of future America should have, and how much debt the country should have. Both Trump and Musk are trying to change the future in their own way, and now they are fighting to make their voices heard. The people of America are watching closely to see who will win this fight, and what will happen next. In the end, this fight shows how important it is for powerful people to use their voices and influence. Whether you agree with Trump or Musk, they both have strong ideas about what is best for the country. Their fight is not just about them, it's about the future of America and the direction the country will take. As the fight between Donald Trump and Elon Musk continued, things started to get even more serious. Musk, who had already made his feelings clear about the new law, decided to take his fight a step further. Instead of just posting his thoughts on social media, Musk began sending out a warning to the politicians in Congress. These are the people who make laws for the country. Musk used his voice and influence to try to stop them from supporting the bill. Musk's warning was very clear. He told the members of Congress that they should not vote for Trump's law. He said that if they decided to support it, they would be making a big mistake. Musk explained that voting for this bill would be dangerous for the country. He believed that it would create huge debt and that it would harm the future of the country. Musk warned that if any member of Congress voted for the bill, they would face serious consequences. The consequences Musk was talking about were very serious. He promised that he would do everything in his power to make sure that these politicians lost their jobs in the next election. In other words, Musk was threatening to work against them. He said that if they voted for the bill, he would support other candidates who wanted to run against them. These new candidates would promise to do the opposite of what the politicians who supported the bill had done. They would promise to reduce government spending and focus on the future of the country, which Musk believed was more important than the new law. This warning from Musk caused a lot of attention. Politicians in Congress now found themselves in a very difficult position. On one side, they had Donald Trump, the president, who wanted them to support the bill. Trump believed that the bill would help the country by spending money to improve things like roads, schools, and creating jobs. He thought the law was good for the economy and for people in America. But on the other side, there was Elon Musk, a very powerful businessman with a huge following on social media. Musk's influence was big, and many people listened to what he said. He had a lot of supporters who agreed with him. Musk's message was very strong, and it was hard for many politicians to ignore. The members of Congress were now in a position where they had to choose. Should they listen to Trump, the president, and support the law, or should they listen to Musk, who had a lot of influence and was threatening to work against them? The decision was not easy. Supporting Trump meant supporting the law that he believed would help the country. But supporting Musk meant challenging the president and going against the law. The members of Congress knew that this decision would have a big impact on their future. If they voted for the bill, they might anger Musk and lose his support. If they voted against it, they might anger Trump and lose his support. Either way, they would have to face the consequences. This is where the power struggle came in. It was no longer just about whether the bill was good for the country or not. It was about who had more power, the President of the United States or one of the richest men in the world. Both Trump and Musk had a lot of influence, and they were using it in different ways to try to get their way. Musk was not just making threats, though, he also had a plan. He was willing to go even further if the bill passed. Musk said that if the bill became law, he would start a new political party. He said that he would create a party called the America Party. This party would be completely against government overspending. It would focus on reducing the country's debt and supporting new technologies like electric cars and clean energy. Musk believed that the current political system was broken, and he wanted to create something new. He thought the America Party could change the future of politics in the country. Musk's plan to start a new political party was very serious. It showed just how far he was willing to go to stop Trump's bill. He was not just going to sit back and let things happen. If the bill passed, he was ready to fight back in a big way. Starting a new political party would be a huge step, but Musk was determined to make sure that the country's future was in the right hands. The idea of a new political party sent shockwaves through the political world. Politicians in Congress had to think carefully about how they would vote. If they voted for the bill, they might lose their jobs in the next election. If they voted against it, they might anger the president. Either way, they were in a difficult position. Musk's warning made the stakes even higher. Now, it wasn't just about a law. It was about the future of American politics. The fight between Trump and Musk was not just a simple disagreement. It was a battle over the future direction of the country. Both men had different ideas about what was best for America. Trump believed in spending to improve the country, while Musk believed in reducing spending and focusing on new technologies. This disagreement was not just between two men. It was about two very different visions for the future. As the days passed, the pressure on the members of Congress continued to grow. They knew that their decision would not only affect their political careers, but also the future of the country. Trump and Musk were both powerful, and their fight was a reminder of how important it is to make the right choices when it comes to the future of a nation. The question was, who would win this fight? Would it be the president with his plan, or the businessman with his influence and warning? Only time would tell. The situation between Donald Trump and Elon Musk was now at a boiling point. The fight over the new law had reached a level where it could change the future of America. Musk had already made it clear that he did not like the law, and he was not going to stop there. He had warned politicians in Congress, threatened to support new candidates against those who voted for the bill, and even suggested that he might start a new political party. This was a huge decision for Musk, but he was ready to make it if the bill passed. The new party would be called the America Party. Musk's idea of starting a new political party was serious. He believed that the current political system in America was broken. The existing political parties, he thought, were too focused on spending too much money and not enough on the future of the country. The America Party would be different. It would be against the idea of overspending. Instead, it would focus on reducing debt and investing in new technologies like electric cars and clean energy. Musk thought these were the industries that would help America stay strong in the future. But Musk's warning was not just about the future of politics. It was also about the direction that America would take. He believed that the country was at a crossroads. If the bill passed, it would put the country on a path of increasing debt and spending. Musk did not think this was the right way for America to go. He felt that focusing on new technologies and more responsible spending was the best way to ensure the country's success. Musk was not just talking about politics or the future of government. He was talking about the future of every American. He believed that if the country continued down the path of growing debt, it would become harder and harder to make progress. The country would be stuck paying off debt for years to come, and it would not have enough money to invest in new ideas and technologies. Musk thought that this was dangerous for America's future. He wanted to create a new way of thinking about politics and how the government should spend money. As the fight between Trump and Musk grew, more and more people started to pay attention. The battle was no longer just about one law or one bill. It was about what kind of future America wanted. Some people believed that Trump's bill would help the country in the short term by creating new jobs and building new things. They thought the country needed to spend money to grow. But Musk thought that the country needed to think long term. He wanted to focus on industries that could make America stronger in the future, not just spend money on things that would help now, but not for the long haul. The idea of the America Party was growing. Musk said that if the bill passed, he would start the new party the very next day. This was not just a threat, it was a serious plan. He was ready to take action and change the way politics worked in America. Musk was willing to use his influence to create change. He believed that people in America were tired of the same old politics. They wanted something new, something that would focus on the future and on what was best for the country. Musk's idea of starting a new political party had many people talking. Some agreed with him and supported the idea of reducing government spending. Others disagreed and thought that Trump's plan was a good idea because it would help the country in the short term. But the important thing was that Musk was making people think. He was challenging the current system and asking people to look at the bigger picture. He was asking them to think about what kind of country they wanted to live in and what kind of future they wanted for their children. As the days passed, the pressure on Congress grew. Politicians had to make a choice. They could support Trump and his plan, or they could listen to Musk and his warning about debt and overspending. They could vote for the bill and risk angering Musk and his supporters, or they could vote against it and risk angering the president. The decision was not an easy one. It was a decision that could change the future of the country. In the end, the fight between Trump and Musk was not just about politics. It was about the future direction of America. It was about how the country should spend its money and what kind of future it should build. Should America focus on short-term growth through spending, or should it focus on the long-term future by investing in new technologies and reducing debt? This was the big question that Musk and Trump were both trying to answer. Musk's push to create the America Party was his way of making sure that the country would focus on the future. He wanted to make sure that America was not stuck in the past, relying on old industries and old ways of thinking. Musk believed that the future was about new ideas, new technologies, and a new way of doing things. He was willing to fight for that future, even if it meant starting a new political party and changing the way the country was run. As people watched the battle unfold, they wondered what would happen next. Would Congress vote for Trump's plan, or would they listen to Musk and his warning about the dangers of increasing debt? Would the America Party become a reality, or would the country continue down the same path? No one knew for sure, but one thing was clear: the future of America was at a crossroads, and the decisions made in the next few months would shape the country for years to come. This story shows the power of ideas and how a single person's vision can influence the future. Whether you agree with Trump or Musk, the most important lesson is that people have the power to change the world. When you speak up and take action, you can help shape the future, just as Musk was trying to do. In this story, we have witnessed the powerful clash between two very influential individuals, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Both of them had strong ideas about what was best for America's future, but they could not agree. Trump, as the president, believed in spending large amounts of money to improve the country in the short term. He wanted to create jobs and build new infrastructure, thinking that these actions would push America forward. On the other hand, Musk, a billionaire businessman with vast influence, thought that this kind of spending would lead to a huge increase in debt, which could hurt the country in the long run. Instead of building more infrastructure, Musk wanted to focus on new technologies and clean energy that would make America stronger in the future. As the disagreement grew, Musk went a step further by warning members of Congress not to support Trump's bill. He threatened that politicians who voted for the bill might lose their jobs in the next election. Musk even suggested starting a new political party called the America Party to oppose government overspending. The fight between Trump and Musk wasn't just about one bill. It became a battle for the future direction of the country. It raised important questions about how America should spend its money, whether it should focus on immediate growth or long-term investments in new industries. In the end, both Trump and Musk had strong reasons for their beliefs, and their battle highlighted a deep issue: what kind of future do we want? Should we focus on immediate improvements, even if it means borrowing a lot of money? Or should we take a long-term approach, investing in new technologies and reducing debt? This story reminds us that in life, we will often face situations where we must choose between different paths, each with its own advantages and risks. The key is to think carefully, make decisions that align with our values, and be willing to take action to make our vision a reality. Lesson from the story: the most important lesson from this story is about taking responsibility for the future. We must not only think about what benefits us today, but also consider the long-term effects of our actions. Whether in our personal lives, at work, or in larger societal decisions, it is essential to make choices that help build a better future. Just like Musk was willing to challenge the system and fight for what he believed in, we too should stand up for what we think is right and act on it. Sometimes, this means taking bold steps, facing tough decisions, and even going against the crowd. Applying the lesson in life. In your life, You can apply this lesson by thinking about your goals and decisions in the long term. For example, if you are working on learning English or improving any skill, think about where you want to be in the future. Make decisions today that will help you get closer to your goals, even if they seem difficult. Be patient and remember that true success comes from consistent effort and making choices that lead to growth. Just like in the story, each decision you make today will impact your future. So take control and make it count. Congratulations! You've made it through the story and have learned some valuable lessons along the way. By listening to the story, you've improved your English listening and comprehension skills. Well done, keep practicing, and you will continue to get better. Now, I have a small quiz for you. Question: what did Musk want to focus on instead of Trump's spending bill? A, building new roads, B, investing in new technologies and clean energy. Please comment your answer or B below. Your participation helps us keep improving content, and it's a great way to engage with others. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support will encourage us to create more helpful and exciting content for you. We also encourage you to donate to support our channel. Producing high-quality content takes time and resources, and any contribution will help us continue to provide free learning material for you. Thank you for being part of our learning community.